Now I have all the parts of the bird. We can reassemble it. Oh, don't fall. But I would say that the quest is not over yet, because even after putting the bird together, we still need to unravel the lies about the paper and what happened to Dr. Mosso. We must see that justice will be served. And to do so... Is that an exploding barrel? Yes, but let's leave them alone. To do so, I need to return to the paper. One fateful day I shall remember the name of the paper. But until then, I will just refer to it as the paper. Mona writes for it, by the way. She has a column about astrology. Where are you, Mona? Mona Majestus. Talk to the editor-in-chief of Frazier. Sorry, we were overthinking things. I wouldn't say in one piece. Or did we put it together on the way here? Thanks a million. Taken care of, and there's something else. She won't be so worried that it would affect her appetite. So we only found Sir Arthur. Not that anyone got a treasure ahead of us either. How can this be? Why is everyone so upset about not finding the treasure? That's not the main goal of this quest. It's not the end of the world. End of the world party, Vortex Club. Was it Life is Strange? I think so. So, I suspect that Madame Mello might have been bluffing. Might have been bluffing and trying to intimidate you. Let me introduce you this lady. The culprit. So she has an alibi. And I think she teleported a little bit to the right. Or moonwalked or something. Good day. In any case, these agents and I are acquainted. I met them when I arrived at the Carter Fontaine last night. They're just a bunch of lies, isn't it? Apologies for the disruption. Today, upon hearing the news, I came here to clarify that my family never lodged any complaints with the paper. I do not believe it. Grandfathers believe that the paper did a good job as... That is totally nonsense. I hope the Steambird gets to the bottom of this quickly. Steambird! Why can't I remember the name? And why are there so many footprints? Wait, madame. There's something else I must ask you. Do you know the address of Dr. Mosso's research base? I don't know where my grandfather's research base is. It's like Dr. Jiro's research base. They are all secret. That was a Dragon Ball Z reference. Madam, surely the good doctor must have mentioned it. I don't understand. If my grandfather had told me something, how could I not know? Huh? Some believe that 30 years ago it was the paper's special reporting that stirred up public opinion which led to his demise. But the truth is, those articles were not initiated by the paper. Yes, that makes so much sense now. Because the deal was off the books. My mentor thought that Dr. Mosso's lie detector had the potential to become a hot story. Being the first to stir things up would help the paper gain the most influence. Well, apparently did not. He died. He had no more data to feed the lie detector, but he needed to go further. That makes no sense. Why would you die for that? He planned to get the data from the public opinion. Right. In a way, the realm of public opinion is like a massive hub for spreading lies. Reddit! Countless people are churning out true, false, accurate and inaccurate data every day. Dr. Mosso thought this lesson of dynamic evolution could surely guide his machine to another level of comprehension. And in separating truth from fiction, not friction, it would eventually surpass a machine's rules. Yeah. They lost control. You know the story. He went for a duel and died. But the key evidence that led to Dr. Mosso's conviction was actually exposed by the paper, right? If that is actually the conclusion of this quest line, if they're presenting it as a fact, as the truth behind it all, I'm going to be so annoyed. Sorry, Editor-in-Chief Afrasia, I might need to see confirmation from Curve. Yeah, I don't think Curve is that reliable anymore. After he evolved. I don't believe you. Were changed 100 times, so that means the doctor really manipulated the test results. Thank you, Paimon. Paimon always understands me. Frazi, you just said that Madame Mello had the clue to the base, without knowing about it. On the eve of the duel, Dr. Mosso mentioned in a message to my mentor that he would leave the base's location with his beloved granddaughter. He left it to me? Yes. Please try to recall. Did the doctor mention anything to you before he left? I was so young back then. How am I supposed to remember? Father wouldn't let me go to the tourist ring to see my grandfather die. But the last time I saw him was the day he was detained. It was very early. As I remember it, all I remember. Jewelry. Husband sold it. And now we're hunting after the jewelry. It could be anywhere by now. How is that jewelry? It's a clock. There's a young girl inside. It must be very small. Select. How did you end up with this? This is a photo of me when I was little. My grandfather took it. So photos and cameras have been around Fontaine for quite some time, apparently. For decades. I just mentioned it because outside Fontaine, this technology, camera technology, is barely known. They look at it with wonder, but they've had this technology in Fontaine for decades. Why? Why did they keep it? I'm choking to death. On my spit. Got it on the wrong throat. According to my mentor, Dr. Mosso did leave some clues for you. Help. Let's take a look. There's a line of text under the photo. Shining under the sunlight. In which lies can exist. May I have a photo? The photo. Curve picks up the photo and raises it towards the sky. The sunlight shines through the photo and falls into Curve's eyes. A map. The map leading to the research base. That's how he hid it. I had no idea that we'd already found the base. Not the base, the hint for finding the base. There's no need to ask. Go. In this direction. And I just noticed this special friend of yours, the lie detector. Greetings, miss. We haven't found the person who sent the threats. I think you're right. Doesn't have any evidence.